So here is the knife all finished up. And one thing I forgot to do was film the tongue oil being added to the finished scale, which really has a cool effect, really enhances the colors. So my apologies on that, but you can see the colors are a lot more subtle and dark, which I think looks really, really good. It's going to look really good against all the satin finished hardware that I did. And since this is a thicker scale, I had to create some really big beveled edges, but I think it looks really, really good. And it's a lot more comfortable in hand as well. So really pleased with these. I used the CNC to create the perfect pocket for the recessed pocket clip. So that came out really nice and clean. And I pretty much put a satin finish on the liners, all the hardware, and the pocket clip. The blade already had that satin finish from the factory, but I also gave it a stonewash finish on top of it. This won't be seen since it'll be on the inside of the knife, but you know, it's the little touches that make something special. And like I said, I did the pocket clip as well. So it didn't have a satin finish before, but I did add that on there, and then I stonewashed it. And of course I had to do the blade, which has a really nice stonewash on it now, but you can still see that satin finish through it. So really pleased with that. And then I gave the thumb studs a very subtle heat ano to give it a golden hue to match the scales. And of course I had to create a custom backspacer to match the scales. So I used the G-Carta to create a cool backspacer. I gave it a beveled edge on both ends to give that pattern an even more cool and unique look to it. And once I have this assembled, I'll show you guys, it does sit up a little higher than the knife itself. So it does get a little bit more attention. But that's pretty much it, you guys. Let's put this thing together and see what it looks like. Alright, so here it is all put together, and I could not be happier with how this thing turned out. Just a really, really cool material from Greg at G-Carta. Here is the pocket clip side, and I like that the material darkened when they added the tongue oil, because it really makes the hardware, pretty much everything else that is nice and bright, pop out. And that really subtle heat ano on the thumb studs, I think, complements the tan colored material in the scales as well. And let's look at it opened up. See right here, a very, very big knife. I forgot the total length of this thing, but I'll put it up on screen. I think it's 10 inches or just a little bit under. But one thing I forgot to mention in the unboxing video was this knife is only 30 bucks, which is a crazy good deal for this thing. I mean, you're getting 14C28 in steel, I think a 4.5 inch blade. And honestly, I can't believe this thing is 30 bucks. I mean, and originally it comes with G10 scales, G10 backspacer, but yeah, I highly recommend this knife. The action is really good. It's riding on bearings. It is a liner lock, but yeah, this thing it's awesome. You can spidey flick it no problem too. But here, I wanted to show you guys the backspacer and what the beveled edges of this material look like. So I'm gonna let's do it this way. You can see the little beveled edge really creates a cooler pattern. Very geometric. You can see that right there. Even on just the scales themselves, you can see from this angle how you get a really cool effect. And we'll go all the way around. But just really happy with these really deep and wide beveled sections. And let me know what you guys think down below of how this thing turned out. I always appreciate you guys' input. But I will be sending this back out to Greg at G-Carta, since this knife was done for him. This is something we're thinking about probably doing a collab with, so you'll probably see these on either my website or his website. I just don't know at the moment, but expect that here in the future very, very soon. But there is the Beyond EDC Nighthorse with the custom G-Carta scales. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate your support. And as always, I will see you guys on the next one.